Avast ye scurvy dogs, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Press Plus Mod. I'm Captain Turk of the Heavy Cruiser Hunter as we continue our operations against the Tiger Heart Cartel, and things have been looking kind of for us. We've managed to get ourselves into a heavy cruiser of a ship, and so now I think we can finally start pushing on towards the cartel. We've spent enough time in friendly waters, so let's push out and do some damage. And let's start by doing a scanning mission, because the scanning missions are relatively safe. I don't know if it, yeah. Scan the planet in this sector and then retreat. Oh, we haven't actually done one of these ever. You may defend yourself. So basically, we get within 10 of a planet, we scan it with our deep scanners, and if there's an enemy in the area, we can kill them. The planets are generally not dangerous. Generally. Kind of. Sort of. How are we doing on engine power and speed? I just want to get as much power out of this as possible. We are capable of going this fast. So we'll increase the speed of time to the maximum as we soar along. Looks like we're looking at a single Orion Heavy Cruiser. According to this, you are an HR. Don't know what that is. We are an HR-1, so we're a slightly bigger version of whatever the heck you are. You're a double raider. That's really kind of all we know. Because we're a double raider. Let's set up the shield reinforcement to maximum power. Basically, I'm going to sprint to the planet. I'm going to scan the planet itself, and then I'm going to come back and kill the raider. So we can maintain a speed of 12. While charging all of our weapons, but while not charging weapons, we can sprint a little bit faster and get to about there. So as we soar on in here, the speed of time is increased, so don't worry, we're not actually going that fast towards the planet. We will begin the deep scan, just so that we can have things ready to go, and we need to get within a range of 10 before we'll start actually gaining worthwhile scanning data. Beginning scan, begin to turn away from him, just in case we need to run away and flee, and try not to hit the planet itself. So they are scanning the planet as of right now, and we just need to keep ourselves close enough so that we can actually finish the scan. Don't get too far, and obviously don't get too close. We have all the planetary data, but we came here. Now let's go knock out an Orion ship. We have accomplished our primary objective. So increase the speed of the ship so we can get right on top of him, and we are of course going to double the engine probably, because I don't know what he's packing, and I'd rather not take too much damage. Drop a little bit of speed so we can come over here, set up the electronic countermeasures so we're both sort of messing with each other. And he's putting a little bit more energy into that, and he's also firing his long-range phasers, trying to do as much damage as he possibly can to us. He has now dropped his ECM because he's focusing on other things, I guess. Do we just want to slow down and face tank everything he's going to bring? We're basically a mirror of hulls, but I don't know what his weapons are going to be. Oh god! Cloak. Prepare Wild Weasel. And hope we break lock. Because that's a lot of nasty plasma about to come towards us. Break lock, please. Nope. Ow. Okay, well come on a cloak. There's no point in being cloaked anymore because we just took that damage, which sucks. Let's turn on into him and try and ruin his day, because he just sure as heck ruined mine. More speed, more speed, more speed. And you know what? Kick the engine to double. I want to make sure that we get right on top of this guy. We've got 51 points of power. Holy crap. Quite a bit for a ship as old and, well, old as we are. So we've got the white forward shield, all systems ready to rock. We're going to get right on top of him and basically just light him up. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, just tore right into him, did 31 damage. Now we come along with the stern firing phasers. Both of us lashing out at each other. I managed to cut through his shields. He did not manage to cut through mine. We knocked out his defensive phaser, or plasma torpedo, for whatever that's worth to you. We're going to keep the speed high. We're going to keep things going as fast as we can as we prepare to or get ready one of these. I have no weapons to shoot down that shot, which would have been a beautiful shot. Unfortunately, no opportunity. First one is ready. Prep a second one. I don't want to be caught off guard again. Forgot that Orions often come with plasma, and plasma's not fun. Just going to continue to curl around here, knock open another shield, starting to cause a little bit of damage to his stern. He's down to 8 points of speed, which hopefully means he's having some real difficulty now. Got another couple of phaser 3 shots in as we continue our nice little turn going on here. I'd like to get more phasers on target. Unfortunately, this phaser's arc is super narrow. I'd much rather have like a photon torpedo there where it wouldn't mind so much of having such a narrow arc. But it's what we've got to work with. We are starting to beat him out on the turn. So, and we got that forward phaser engaged in targeting. All weapons select. Get ready to lash out at him. And the Hellbore will fire next. And that took care of him. So mission complete. We're going to shut off the doubling. And we took quite a bit of damage from that actually. Hurting ourselves as we double the systems. It works out, just not super great. 200 prestige for our troubles. and we need to go back home. I'm starting to notice a bit of a problem. We can't really get too far away from home because otherwise we start, we start running out of things. Looks like we've got a mission. It's a convoy escort or a diplomat. I don't know if this is the intercept or delivery. Let's try. Let's see if this is the diplomatic delivery. Hopefully it is. Because that one we can do. The diplomatic intercept we can't. Yeah, we must deliver our diplomat to a conference on the beautiful blue planet. And that's a dreadnought. Okay. We're not going to fight you. You can try and catch us, but you will fail. So let's just kick up the engine power to maximum. We're not even going to bother. Just weapon status yellow. Full speed. Electronic warfare set to that level. And shield defense set to maximum reinforcements. As he will generally try and get in tight with us, and we're just not going to let him do that. We're just going to zip away at maximum speed. He will have no opportunity to get close enough to actually stop us from delivering our charge as we soar in towards the beautiful blue planet. He is in Hellbore range, I will give him that much, and he's starting to come right in for us. Yep, he's definitely in Hellbore range. Let's keep traveling away. If he goes in that direction, we might get out of Hellbore range. His fighters are 26, so they can't catch us. Long range phaser fire, not actually picking anything up, and get ready to transport people onto the planet. Shut off this so that we can select an angle where we won't actually hit the planet if we miss. There we go, and range is dropping rapidly. Prepare for drive-by diplomatic delivery. Whoosh, we're gone. And we can turn that back on as we soar away. Actually, just make sure our path is clear. Yeah, okay. So we'll get on out of here before we ever have an opportunity or chance to have to fight a dreadnought, because that would be very, very dangerous, and I don't think we'd win. We can do a lot of things in this ship, but defeating dreadnoughts, not one of them. Maybe if we had different weapon systems or a newer, better ship. I don't know. We seem to be devoid of, like, superior ships. Maybe I've just been babied by flying the actual factions with all of their wonderful stuff. And they do get some wonderful stuff. So nice quick drive-by delivery for 100 prestige. Not a super lot, but hey, it was free. So let's push out into Tiger Heart space, mainly on here. Supply. Oh, we can just supply at any starbase. That's cool. Well, if that's the case, we'll just take a mission. X-25, dead end. So another one of the story missions. Let's see what we picked up here. The Gorn Confederation has hired your vessel to take part in the final downfall of the ISC. Ooh, they're winning. The war has been hard and well fought. They are low on ships, but their credit is still good with this cartel. You and some of your cartel brothers will join, along with the Gorn Confederation ships, on the assault on a major ISC starbase in this sector. Alrighty, let's have some fun. And duel with the ISC. We have been hired to neutralize the ISC starbase in the sector. I am certain that it would not hurt if we took out the surrounding ships if possible. And slow down the speed to a normal speed. We're not going to overload the Hellbore. We'll never hit anything if we do. So we do see a single freighter way out there. I think that's a good target for us. We are currently operating with the Prigger, which is a very small ship, and the Pander, which is an equally tiny ship, along with the question mark, which is a small ship, and the question mark, which is also a small ship. So apparently we are the big swinging one in this mission. However, it does appear there's just a couple of light cruisers and frigates and a freighter and a base station of some description. We have no probes on board because apparently we're pirates and we don't do that sort of thing. So we're going to have to take on one of these groups. They're at 83, they're at 100, so we know who we're going for first. So one of these light cruisers way out here, who I hope is just the destroyer. According to this, you're a destroyer. So we won't have too much to worry about. Just pick up speed and get up on there so that we can do whatever it is we do. Gonna put a point of ECM in here just for a little bit of long-range defense. It's not super effective against the ISC because, well, yeah, we should actually keep that at 0 because if we want to break a lock, then we need to step up a level in defense shift, and the only way that's going to happen is if we go up step by step. So yeah, they that is of course if they have PPDs. So for those of you who don't know, the ISC come with a weapon called a PPD, a plasmatic pulsar device, which shoots out a targeting beam, and if it detects you, it will then fire 4 waves of plasma, which hit not only the shield that it's facing, but also the shield on either side. If it hits a corner, it hits the 2 facing shields. It is a nasty weapon. It is very effective and tons of fun to use. Like, they're hilarious. Go back, watch the ISC campaign. It was so much fun to just wipe ships out with the PPD. However, you can break that beam Oh god, I forgot. ISC. Why am I getting caught by surprise multiple times this? We know that we're... That is a lot of plasma. So also they have stern-firing plasma torpedoes, which is gonna suck. So they're like cruisers versus our little tiny frigates. And they outnumber us pretty significantly too. Hi. I'm just gonna knock you with everything I've got. So managed to cause 52 damage and took out a stern shield. Unfortunately, he does have that, which he is able to immediately respond with. Turn harder, turn harder, turn harder. No, lots of plasma. Double that engine. Double that engine for all you've got and start repairing things. We're coming in for another gun run here. Unfortunately, we don't have any phasers ready to go. We've lost an allied ship, which is not good. We are rather outnumbered and outgunned here. Whose idea was it to do this? No, seriously. Guys, who planned this attack? Oh, there's so many stern-firing plasma torpedoes. They are scary. Oh, we're going to get a nice shot in here. Point-blank range, phaser shot in through his shield. Unfortunately, he was able to fire at the exact same time. All Alliance ships neutralized. We're gone. Full engine power. Get us out of here. I have no idea how they expect us to win this. Apparently we're entering a dust cloud. Are we flying towards an asteroid? No, but we are flying towards a mine. Let's just see if we can't get out of here. Because I am not being paid well enough for this crap. Where is the nearest edge of the board? This way. So we are going towards the nearest edge of the board. Good, I think. So more fighters incoming. We're not going to get involved with them. We're just going to keep repairing the engines and sit under doubling so that we can go at a fairly hefty speed while under cloak. And dump out of mine just to discourage pursuit a little bit. And double check to make sure that we are leaving the map. Yeah, we kind of are. So increase the speed attack. We're just gone. We're not sticking around. We're not going to deal any damage here. Because this was kind of bullshit. That many light cruisers and destroyers versus what is essentially a couple of frigates. And me, who is a not particularly well-powered heavy cruiser. Keep patching things. I know the engine does not liking the fact that we're using it so hard, but keep it up. We are going to get off this map and we will survive. Even if it costs us a lot. Mostly people who we don't care about. We're a pirate ship. We don't really care about other pirate ships. They are getting surprisingly accurate fire in on us, which is not fun. Because we need to get off this map just as soon as we possibly can. Keep fixing things. I need more energy. We are not going to get stopped right at the border. We are going to get off this map and survive. Also, I dare not turn off the engine doubling because probably the amount of energy we have left is very, very small. More power, more power. Come on. We're almost off this map. And trigger the warp engines. Let's get out of here. That was poorly planned. Seriously, Gorn? Like, seriously. How are you ever getting this far in the war if that was your plan? I have no idea. So mission incomplete, but yeah, you know what? I don't care. I ain't gonna lose my ship to that. Negative 575 prestige. Devastating defeat. Yeah. This was pitiful. I wonder if we'll ever be hired again. Do we really want to be hired by a company that's gonna do that to us? Interesting. No idea what that was. So hit spacebar to continue. And we're going to pop back here, and we're going to go quickly to the supply yard and give me all the supply stuff. And where is it? I just wanted to point this out because I've been seeing this every time I log out. Apparently we're getting interesting special medals for missions, so this is for probably the story missions we've been accomplishing. I don't know what these are for, but it's nice little prestige markers that we can get. You don't normally get these unless there's a scripted campaign going on, so we never earn these during the main faction missions, but because there's kind of a story mission going on in the background for us here, we've been getting these. So it's been kind of fun and cool. So let's go to the supply. We've patched ourselves. Now we need to buy a whole bunch of repair parts because we went through a whole bunch of repair parts. A couple more mines. Give me some more marines. And I don't think we used any shuttles. No. No, if we had, we probably would have been a little bit safer. So let's go to patrol. We need to pump out a little bit more, resistance to the Tiger Arton here. And we're facing off against the Lyrans. And we are doing regular speed. So let's pick up the pace to our normal speed, but we don't need to because the Lyrans were too afraid to actually show up. So that works out for me. Don't have to actually fight anybody, which is much safer. I much prefer this. 0 prestige got, however, so too bad. And no missions to be taken, so please show up. A scouting mission, that'll work. We can scout pretty well, I assume. So let us set out on yet another endeavor. And it's a Lyran police ship. I couldn't have picked a better target to have to scout if you had tried. So increase the speed of time, because if it's just seriously a single police ship, we will be fine. We will be just golden. And wait for the phaser capacitor fully charged, and we'll go with the deep scan turn on. And then we'll also increase the speed a little bit, so that we can pull over right next to him, scan him, and then hopefully blow him away in one shot. Although that would be pretty lucky if we were to pull that off. Forward systems are being fully reinforced. And there's no point in trying to, well, I suppose disruptors. I was going to say no point in trying to set up ECM because of the ESG, but he doesn't have one. So all weapons select. Tell me we've got all the data we need, and we can lash into it and pass on through. Scouted and destroyed. So no trouble right there. See how much little prestige that would be worth. Because, you know, it wasn't exactly anything big or new or special. 320 prestige? Really? For that. I'll take it. I mean, a surprise reversed? I guess we have no choice. We're going to lose this. Probably. Unless we have support. If we do, then we should be able to do pretty good. So we've got a surprise reverse mission, which hopefully we'll be able to accomplish. We've got a light cruiser, a frigate, a frigate, a frigate, a frigate. So just the light cruiser and a whole bunch of frigates. Pick up speed to maximum power, because we just need to get there. That's the end-all be-all at this point. Try and, yep, they've detected us and are powering up. We've tried to sneak in before and it never works, so I'm not too concerned about the fact that they detected us and now are powering up. So we'll cruise on in here as fast as we can possibly go, which is actually not as fast as I would have assumed. Double that engine, full power. I need full engine power. We need to get right on top of them. I will turn off the engine doubling soon. We just need to get there at full energy so we can, well, annihilate them hopefully in one pass. Slow down the speed of time, line up nice and gently, turn off the engine doubling, repair all systems, slow down to a speed where we can do stuff, and we'll get right on top of this ship. And by right on top, I mean point blank range. 100 damage. Not bad for a pretty crappy light cruiser. Well, I suppose it's technically a heavy cruiser. So we did everything we could possibly shove into him, and we didn't kill him. That's not grand. Keep patching the ship. Let's get back up to full power. And charge everything. Increase the speed to maximum. We're basically just going to sit here and fry him as best as we can. There we go. We got the one. You were a DD? You're the DD. So we've got a whole bunch of police ships and a DD. The DD is obviously the most dangerous target next, because he has an expanding sphere generator and nobody else does. So set up normal speed. We should be able to fire all our Hellbores. No, apparently only one Hellbore was charging. Really? That kinda sucks. Oh no, they were both charging. Okay, the game was lying to us. Managed to hit him for 96 damage. That wasn't enough to destroy a destroyer either. However, the phaser barrage did help and wiped him out. Speed of time to maximum as we trundle along, pulling up to him. Hopefully our phasers will be able to kill him in one shot. Hopefully. We'll just line up right on top of him. All phasers ready to go. Point blank range. And not quite. Stern firing phasers. That got him. On to the next one. Slow down. Hellbores will be ready for this one. Unfortunately, the phasers not quite yet. All up and select. 100 damage is enough to kill him. And on to the last one. Hopefully we'll be able to take him out without him having any opportunity to shoot back. We know our phasers can kill him in one go. The catcher. So pull over right on top of him. And phasers. 62 damage. And then the stern firing phasers. And that got him. So we did actually manage to accomplish the mission. I'm going to be honest, I'm a little surprised. I was expecting them to turn on in time. But thankfully, they did not. So our heavy cruiser remains reasonably undented except for the damage that we dented it with. 300 prestige for our troubles, surging us back up in the rankings a little bit. And we're going to push on over here. 31 damage to our ship. What's in the shipyard? Anything interesting, special, and or fun? There's a BC-3, so the brand new Marauder heavy battle cruisers, 2275 introduced. 2 fusions, 2 missile Rex Cs, so they'll shoot twice as fast, but still not super useful, are they? Then, wait a second. This I'd be interested in. 2 Hellbores. Yeah, 2 Hellbores over 2 fusions. Definitely would be interested in a BHV-1. 8 fighters, too. Wow. BHV2 has a PPD. Ooh. Hellbores and PPDs. Now that seems like a match made in heaven. And 8 fighters. So we want to get into one of these BHVs. So where would that... 28... So just about 3,000 prestige is where we need to be to start buying the next version of the ship. The BRBH3s is... Yeah, too few, we're not interested in that. Too short range, too weak. Not worthy of our presence. The new HR1s, are they new? 2265, they are most certainly not new. They're what we're flying right now. But a whole bunch of them just came offline, so we're going to be saving till about 3,000. The Planter class double raiders are up, missile rack Bs, so they're finally replacing the older ones that only had missile rack As. So extended magazines is what we're looking at there. FLD, a large disruptor armed freighter. Great plan, guys. So yeah, still sort of limping along at low level with what we've got. Working on the Tiger Heart Cartel, finally starting to get involved in their territory. It's not huge, so hopefully we should be able to take care of it in relatively short order. And it looks like, well, they don't own the stations, they just own territory, which is pretty interesting. So, anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. I've been Tarak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos. Press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.